Pardon my brother, he just ain't like you niggas and just ain't your wild new rap shit.
I feel like an idiot for still being here.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football.
Few better places in the country weather-wise this time of year than this one right here, Tampa, Florida, and beautiful Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? 50, play.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Campbell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Stop playing with me.
On 2nd down, it's Campbell. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing,
he tried to hire him after that.
Spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hey, Marquette.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bucs now to take over for the first time. They will be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2016. Always a handful to contain, Lamar Jackson.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah, it was good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
They got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Jackson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown. He finds his man Johnson.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
I just seen Turquoise say that shit the other day. Like, I know I'm going to regret this trip to White Castle. Like, what is he doing, man?
On second down now. It's Campbell. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
They ain't had me shooting, though. I went twice when I was up there. Oh, you got to catch that, Pat.
He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. Right. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the first quarter. Charles, he's on pace for over 400.
And playing with great confidence, isn't he? I think he probably had it coming into the game, and now that he's really come out of the gate this strongly, how'd you like to be in the huddle with him right now? You know he's demanding the football. And guess what? I throw it to him. He's having a fantastic game, and they haven't defended him yet.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
You seen that?
On 2nd and 12, Jackson complete. It's Johnson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 16-yard touchdown as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
On other motherfucking shit, I got
a
my
lot
shit.
of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was excellent downfield. I think he was more throwing that football away than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, because everywhere you looked, they were covered.
Sometimes it's better to go ahead and be convinced that there's no place to fit in the football than to go ahead and force it and turn it into a bad play.
And he's got Shockey. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion.
You got one, sir?
But they put themselves in a spot where you got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you got to think about it, don't you?
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10.
He's making the sound.
They'll run. It's Dorsett, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch your hands, tight ends right. Tight ends right. Even. 4th down. Even.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 28. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
That's my fault.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of the season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the 2nd quarter. He's going to float this one deep right side.
Okay, Randy.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 52 yards. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
None of them got no badges. They make plays like that, though. I'm taking Randy.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Boy, I tried to get you another goal. He ain't going nowhere now. We ain't talking about the future either.
Now Jackson. Buying time to his left.
And
he's going to keep it here. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the
that's
first.
What I'm saying.
Certainly making
exactly what I'm saying. The smooth keep getting him with the whole fucking route now.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well.
Calvin's still normal. Randy's a star.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 1-yard touchdown reception as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly...
We're talking about overtime.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They run the counter. Campbell. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
I ain't even nothing. I usually get the
play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Oh, yeah.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores.
That's because he was already right there on the nigga leg.
Back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Here's the Panthers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now Dorsett. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
He on here, though.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
We should move going on the coach like Avery.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. To throw is Jackson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Khalil Mack. And the Panthers will get the football back.
Khalil Mack was going crazy.
Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because
you got to catch that, Keanu.
It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And now another one thrown incomplete.
It's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
That's a good kick.
Oh, what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Now it's Dorsett. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Play action. It's Jackson.
Oh, you got to let the ball go.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Jackson on 3rd and long from his end zone. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Here's Johnny Hecker now as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Returnable now for Woodson. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
That's fucked up. Oh, shit.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets it complete to Harris. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Ready. 70, Indy. Rip right.
Here's 2nd and 8. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. It's hauled in by Shepard. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you a stone's throw away. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, and it's 3rd down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Jackson to throw. Man open, it's Moss, complete. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
And they hand it off to Dorsett. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Going deep for Diggs. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. They'll run with a big man, Campbell. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. And the catch made by Johnson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
From the 27, Jackson. And now he'll tuck it and run. And some space here. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
Oh, bitch.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. On the give, this is Dorsett. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On third down, Jackson. He is going to find Hill here. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 40. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Wide, get wide.
I'm talking about this fucking crossing shit back.
Here's Jackson. Steps away to his right.
Oh, come on,
find
bro.
anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Josh Allen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Jackson. It's caught by Jackson. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, in a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
8 read. Check.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man Johnson. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back now in Tampa. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Johnson's got it complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
All right, we ain't got no takeaways again.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Second and 5. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. This fielded at the 2. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say challenge it. Kick
I know, you see that shit almost ran out of bounds.
The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers.
Well, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble.
There you go, Cornelius.
Picked up by the Buccaneers.
Ah, you got to get your ass in there.
Touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
See what number he was?
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters.
Oh, yeah.
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
You see why what?
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says? What? Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Them your people, ain't they?
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. The 20. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A big play there. 47 yards as his guys continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's yelling it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
She ain't really straight, though. She just hit a bit.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Definitely got. Nah, her shit is mostly work ethic, bro.
And that'll be incomplete.
I'm saying her shit wasn't natural. Her shit was like.
Trying to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on.
She worked out a lot, bro.
The Panthers on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far.
Like,
this is 3rd
my
and
shit
10.
was natural. Like, I didn't really do too much.
Throw here. Harris has it over the middle. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
She ran for Grand Valley, too.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, you and I both know it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Again, set. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense. Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Able to get this to Gordon.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
Oh, snatch.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 22. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier. They're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Buccaneers, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Treese Manning, little sister. Not better than Fallon. I'm saying she looked better than what the fuck she used to. She looked good in this picture right here, bro. But she in a motherfucking bathing suit too. She thick. This bitch in a motherfucking bathing suit too, though. So, you know, bitches get a little extra, right? Bitches get a little extra boost when they look like that. Right. Sit around waiting on niggas. I'm with it, fuck it. We in our season? Damn, I didn't even know what my weekly goals was for real. Said 3 picks? Yeah, ain't no doubt about that, man. Bruh, you only got to worry about me and Rock over here, and Rock don't be having no games like that. But if he had a game like that, nigga, he for damn sure got it, because I didn't just have no game like that either. If we'd have put that bitch in the end zone, we probably would have been all right. He ain't scored though. Shit, that's how shit be when they be looking deserted. Bitches be manifesting. They say pool pie surprise. Lock in.